Good evening, and welcome to another segment of On Point. Today is January 10th, and I am still your servant and senator, Carla Joseph. I want to thank you so much for joining me and listening into the radio broadcast. Everywhere I go in our community, people are telling me, Carla, we are hearing you and we really enjoy listening to your program. And I'm very grateful for that. And you're also sharing a multitude of your ideas and giving encouragement. But what I love especially is that you sharing your love and your stories with me, and so I'm very grateful. As everyone knows, yesterday we had the oath of office ceremonies for those individuals who were elected to the 35th legislature of the Virgin Islands, and it was a blast. We really had a wonderful time. All of our fellow senators, my colleagues, they turned out. And we elected new executive officers. The executive officers, as you may know, are Senator Novell E. Francis Jr. He will be steering our ship as the president of the 35th legislature. And then we have my good friend and also former co-worker from the Virgin Islands Housing Authority, Senator Marvin Blyden, and he is the vice president. And we have a majority leader. He's coming out of the Big Island. He's a big, tall guy, and also he's my brother in Christ. He attends Friedensburg Moravian Church, and that would be Senator Kenneth Gittins. And last but not least, it's yours truly, your servant, Senator Carla Joseph, serving as the secretary for the 35th legislature, and I've already started to work in that capacity. I really want to thank my church brothers and sisters at Memorial Moravian Church for all of their prayers, their words of encouragement, and their support and their training. I encourage parents all the time. If you want a successful child and you're raising children and you're grandparents, or you're parenting individuals who are aunties, uncles, cousins, sisters, brothers, and they're not necessarily the biological, get them into a church home. That's how you're able to really groom them, give them the level of self, of confidence and consciousness. You know, so the word of God speaks true. Train up a child in the way they should go, and when they are old, they will not depart from it. So those are some of the things that happened yesterday. We are anticipating having the State of the Territory address on January 23rd, and that should be very interesting. But this evening, I have with me a very special guest. I always invite him out to really talk about agriculture, because we want to have some level of food sustainability and be able to grow our own and sustain ourselves, because we're looking, our trajectory isn't about dependency. It's about more so of self-governance. That's what we are doing. We're looking at assuring that we have a level of reliable sources to eat and to live. We know we have access to our fishing, and so we want to also have the ability to grow and sustain our own self here in the Virgin Islands. So definitely I want to welcome Mr. Elridge Thomas, who is the president of We Grow Farmers Inc., and he is here with us on Point this evening. Well, welcome, Mr. Thomas. How are you doing this evening? And Happy New Year to you, and Happy New Year to our listening audience.
Well, good evening, and Happy New Year, and good evening, Virgin Islands, and good evening to you, Ms. Senator Joseph, and congratulations again for your second term.
Thank you.
And yeah, we had to, the celebration don't start. We had to celebrate agriculture.
Hey.
That's what we're going to be doing tonight. Even though the program is Saturday and Sunday, the party starts tonight.
Hey, that's a wonderful thing. And I love parties. I really like to dance. And I know I'd have some really good, righteous music down there. So tell us a little bit about what We Grow Farmers Inc. And this year you're celebrating something very, very huge. Next year is going to be better,
Yes,
because
okay. Well, first of all, it's We Grow Food Inc.
We Grow Food Inc.
Yes, We Grow Food Inc. And this year we are celebrating our 24th annual Bodo Farmer Rastafari Agriculture and Vegan Food Fair.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Now you are celebrating 24th anniversary.
Yes.
Okay? I know, and I hire some young people who aren't even this age. And they're in the room, in the studio with us this evening.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So that's been a long time.
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And we are back. We Grow Food is back. We
Go ahead.
We Grow Food is back. We lost 2 years due to COVID.
Yes.
Our last annual fair was 2020. We managed to get it in 2020. The March after that, that's when the COVID really started to come down. So we lost 21 and 22. So now we are in 2023. So we are back to put on this wonderful fair that the public look forward to.
Yes, I've been down there a number of times, and you have typically some displays, a lot of local artists and farmers definitely showcasing what they have been able to grow and the crafts. I just love that segment. And the food. So you have a lot of vegetarian food. Oh my goodness. Right now I'm getting hungry.
Well, it's a vegan food fair. It's the only fair in the VI that's strictly vegan. So we asking you to become a vegan, but you'll be a vegan for 2 days. That's all we asking. So we ain't asking for much.
And it's so many things that you could. They do some Linton balls and all of those things. I really love it. And I'm hoping that they have some cane. I like to eat cane.
Okay.
Oh boy.
You should find some cane. Now our theme this year is agriculture is food security.
Oh.
We hearing this buzzword about agriculture for the last 3-4 years.
Yes, indeed.
A buzzword, but we need to turn it into action.
Oh, I like that word.
Again, we have the 2040 plan from Governor Bryan.
Yes, sir.
Which push agriculture. As a matter of fact, he have an ambitious plan. He wants to move us from tree production, where we are presently, in terms of homegrown production, to 35%. So, that's quite ambitious by the year 2040. So we got to get to work. Absolutely. I like the plan because now we have to commit ourselves to agriculture and put in all the necessary components to make it work. The biggest components is our young people, our workforce.
So now tell me about, we're talking on a subject. You just hit on a subject that I'm very passionate about, young people. I recall that they used to have a group of young people, a program in the high school, really promoting an organization, promoting farmers within the high school. What was the name of that? Do you recall?
They're gonna come to me. But yes, it was headed by Mr. Elliott of Charlton High School, a biology teacher.
The Future Farmers,
Future Farmers of America. Yes, it's still an active program in St. Croix. But Mr. Elliott is now retired.
Oh my! So we don't have any replacement?
Not to my knowledge as yet. So it's still some hope there. But yes, we have to bring those things back. We have to reach out to those young people now who are available, because they idle a little bit.
Right, and let them go ahead.
We need to train them. We need to get them into agriculture. Our average age for farmers now is 60 plus.
Oh my
People
God.
saying as much as 65. I don't think we reached 65 yet. But I'll say between like 61, 62. That's the average age of our farmer. So we are in a critical situation in terms of our future of agriculture. We live in the tropics. We have no snow. We could plant 365 days a year. We need to take advantage of it. We grow excellent tropical fruits. The sugar apple, the soursop, the mango, the avocado, the banana, the papaya, and they are getting extremely expensive because we are producing less and less because the farmer is getting older. He cannot do as much like when he was 30.
And the breadfruit and all of them.
Yes.
I like to eat those things.
So we have to build back our agriculture industry. We can't just keep talking about it.
No.
So we have a couple things on the table, which is positive. It's just to act.
Okay.
We have the 2040 plan. We just have the plan that was released here, unveiled last summer.
The agriculture plan.
The agriculture plan. Okay. And the fact that the 2040 plan don't really have a written plan. So I could see the two of those merging for the same goal. You know. So, but let's act. Because remember, we 2023 now. We want to achieve our objective by 2040.
Yeah.
So we got to move. We already lost 2 years.
Because of the COVID, we had a setback.
Well, I wouldn't say because of the COVID. Because of we haven't act. Because agriculture don't have to stop. Because remember, farmers out in the field doing his own thing. It's not like you're mixing with a whole bunch of people while you're farming.
But we have. But let me just say, I do recall that the legislature did pass some monies, funding to actually fund the implementation of the agriculture plan. We have looked at really beefing up what is the staffing at the Department of Agriculture. So we have acted. Now, it takes all of us, all of us working together.
Of course.
Looking at the bigger picture, which you did mention, is that being able to be have that level of food security for our people, so we aren't importing, because we know we have a lot of issues relative to our food supply coming in. If God forbid, something catastrophic happens and we aren't able to get any food supply in, we're going to be held in a catch-22 position where we're not going to be able to feed ourselves. So we have been making moves. We have been making some achievements. So we still need to just keep the momentum up. But what I would say, we need to start to shift the gear. Like when you're driving a standard, you're in gear 1. You need to be shifting to gear 2 and 3.
Well, that's
so
all I'm
building
saying.
up the speed and the momentum. And that's one of the reasons why I really brought you on, so we could get more people to attend, especially this 24th annual Bordeaux Farmers Rastafari Agriculture and Cultural Vegan Food Fair that is going to be held this coming Saturday, January 14th, and Sunday, January 15th. And what the time these activities?
Okay, then we get into the fair a little bit. The fair is Saturday and Sunday, the 14th and the 15th. It's from 10 a.m. to 12-ish on Saturday and Sunday. Our theme again this year is agriculture is food security. It is food security. We have to develop this industry. Our farmer of the year this year is Llewellyn, brother. He go by the name of brother, but Llewellyn Charles. And his name of his farm is Mother Nature Farm.
So
we will be honoring him for his outstanding works over the years. And he's one of our younger farmers. He could probably be 40-ish. You see, and that's what we need. We need more young men like that, because again, the average is 62 years old, and which is very dangerous, Right. So we're gonna be having our local produce. We don't have a whole abundance of produce now, but we're gonna present what we have, because remember, the drought for the summer really hit us. The rain did come, but it's not just the rain. You still have to be ready with your infrastructure in terms of especially seedlings. You need seedlings. You need your land prepared. It's work. It's work. But we're going to present what we have, because we're celebrating nevertheless.
Of course, there's a lot to be celebrated.
We're going to celebrate.
Especially if you have a good harvest.
Yes, we're going to have some agriculture demonstration. We'll be doing various aspects of agriculture in terms of composting. We have someone from St. Croix, the bee man from St. Croix is coming over. He's going to make a little presentation on beekeeping. We're going to do graphing, demonstration. everything along the line of agriculture.
Awesome.
We have a youth family activity center.
Really?
Yes.
What's going to be included in that?
Well, that's for the young people, to keep young people occupied, and in terms of art, is recreational for young people. We call it make and take. You come and you make, whether it's a painting, a drawing, whatever, and you'll take it with you. That's Sister Irene out of St. Croix. She heads that area, and of course our features also include the arts and craft, a lot of different arts and craft, and we encourage locally made arts and crafts. We don't want make from China and the label make from Korea and all that kind of stuff. We encourage, and that we push locally made arts, and then of course the big feature is a vegan food.
Yes, that's what I know. It tastes good.
We're gonna have all kind of variety of vegan food, as well as locally made drinks and juices. The salmon, the soursop, the guava, along the range, and that's always a favorite as well. And then of course some entertainment. You can't have a party without entertainment, so we're gonna have some entertainment. We're still putting the line up together. We have a young group called the Young Soldiers. They'll be performing. That's a family group, really. A group of young men headed by their father, and they have performed for us at the last 2 fairs.
Okay.
And we're gonna have some local artists. That's what we also push, local artists.
So everything is local. And tell us again, for the listening audience who may have just joined and turned on their radio or joined us via Facebook, because we are on Facebook Live right now. Tell us again when the agriculture, the 24th annual Bordeaux Farmers and Rastafari Agriculture and Cultural Vegan Food Fair is scheduled for.
Okay, that's a Saturday, this weekend, Saturday, January 14th, and Sunday, January 15th.
Oh, wonderful.
So we'll be out there. Come and support. We need that support. We're celebrating, yes, but we still need a support to give us a push, to give our government a push for we to invest a little more in agriculture to develop this industry. It's not new. We have an agriculture history. We're known for producing a lot of these foods already.
Right.
So it's not to say like the land can't produce it. We just now need programs to produce it for us to be more consistent. Our biggest hold up is our water infrastructure. We've been crying for that for all of this 24 years.
And
crying for
right. And
adequate water supply.
Some I know that they had fixed one of the wells.
Yes.
Yeah, the pump in the wells. And so that is, like I said, we really need to start pushing it even harder and shifting into second and third gear. Now, tell me, where is this event going to take place? Because I know you're saying Bordeaux, but we don't have a lot of Bordeaux here in the Virgin Islands. So don't take it for granted that everybody know Bordeaux.
Okay, Bordeaux St. Thomas at the Bordeaux Farmers Market. It was a farmer tennis court turned into a farmers market with our little push.
Yeah, the push.
Aggression too.
He talking. You're being very humble.
Yes,
little push. That was a big push.
Yes. We turned it into a makeshift market, like about from the inception, and the Department of Agriculture picked up on it under the leadership of Dr. Peterson and got a black grant to actually build the facility.
Awesome.
And a matter of fact, the pavilion itself now making 10 years this year.
Wow.
So we also, even though that's not included in the ceremony, we're doing a 10-year anniversary for the construction and the opening of that market. The cistern was done the year before, and then the pavilion was done in 2013.
Okay. So now Spark, because that's your nickname, and tell us and the listening audience, how many farmers are going to be participating in this, the annual Bordeaux Farmer fair?
Probably, I'll estimate probably like 2 dozen farmers.
Okay.
We really need to raise the numbers of farmers. Remember, Bodo itself is 200 plus acres. Most of Bodo is still uncultivated. So the potential is that the land is there. It's just to build the water infrastructure
Right.
to support that land.
The-
But we could put 200 acres of food in Bodo, just in Bodo. And what's unique about Bodo is the fact that it's one mass of land. It's not like we get 20 acres here and then you have to drive a mile away and get another 20. All is in one spot. It's an estate, it's Bodo estate. And all is separated is by roads, which is farm roads, and farmers' bongs and bongeries.
Right.
So really, in reality, it's one big farm
Right.
with just roads through it.
Right.
And the marketplace is in the ideal situation. It sits right up on top of the hill. So when you're at the market, when you're looking over the pavilion,
You can see
could
all
see most
the
of the
farms,
land. And you
yes.
see, well, you're seeing a lot of bush. You're seeing a lot of forest. What we need to convert into farm. If we could grow those forest trees, we could grow avocados and mangoes and
And
sugar
fruit
apple.
trees.
Yes.
Yeah, we could cultivate it.
Yes.
Now, I know my staff and I, and thanks to you, we went down there, I think it was last year, and
Yes.
we had some work done with one of the wells and they had fixed it. And also we were talking about the roads. The
Yes.
roads down there are horrible. So if you want to take any of the big machinery down there, you have to be so careful that the machines get totally in disrepair, because and mash up and everything, because the road is terrible. I've been talking to the Commissioner of Agriculture, the Honorable Positive Nelson, about it, and so I'm hopeful that they're doing it. I understand that they did have at one point some representative from the U.S. Department of
Yes.
Agriculture come down there, and they're supposed to be sketching doing a holistic, a comprehensive plan on how to really address some of the issues regarding getting the farmers water, because of
Yes.
course, as you have taught me, water is the bloodline of agriculture.
Yes.
That's the term that you always use. You just call me Senator Joseph, or you call me Ms. Joseph. Agriculture. You just have to keep pushing it. And you said water is the bloodline. So those were discussions
Yes.
that I believe have taken place last year. And so now we want to see them put in action.
Well, it was last year, July. And the federal government did come in and they actually held a meetings for the farmers, unveiling a plan to help improve the water infrastructure. You see, and the date they gave us is early 23. There wasn't specific.
Early 23.
Which where we are now.
So maybe in the first quarter.
I'm anticipating that.
So-
They couldn't pinpoint a particular date, but they just said early 23. And they'll be addressing the road issue and addressing the dam
Okay,
issue.
so that should be part of the federal
Yes,
stakeholders.
that's the federal government.
Okay, so that would be some. I don't
So-
sit on the committee on agriculture for the legislature, but what I do is I follow along,
Yes.
and I count on you and as well as all of the farmers in Bordeaux to communicate with me, as you did. You're excellent at communicating
Yes,
and
thank you.
advocating
Of course,
for
man, because
agriculture.
we taking a lot of licks, man. Our people are suffering. We have to speak out.
Of course.
We have to make this thing work. And we can make it work. So yes, that would be a great help. That is needed like from 10, 20 years ago. But then as well too, we have where the governor said he's gonna spend $10 million in agriculture.
Oh.
So along with that, so we could make this thing work. We could make this work. We just have to work together, just like you say. And we're willing to work. We're willing to work.
I know
We have done quite a bit,
And we
sometimes we
grow
get a little rough around the
food,
edges, but that's part of it. But we're ready to work to
you guys
develop,
are persons who
to
are team
develop this
players.
industry.
I know you're.
But let me give you a surprise, a big surprise.
Well, before you go on to
Okay.
that, let me just say I know you, as well as We Grow Food Inc., as well as all the farmers in Bordeaux are very much passionate about what you do because you understand what is critical, which is to sustain life. We as human beings must eat.
That's right.
Okay? We need to be eating, and we need to eat well, because if we're eating things that are grown locally and are organic, okay, it's going to be better for our health and our growth. And remember, health is wealth.
That's right.
Okay, once you're a healthy person, you're able to do more. You're able to be more of a contributor to your society. So health equals wealth. When you eat well, you are what you eat.
Yes.
So that's one of the reasons why I know behind of the whole agriculture and the food security, we are looking at growing healthy human beings and maintaining human being health. So there's a correlation between agriculture and health. You know, our healthcare system is also in a critical state right now. Okay? And if we had more people who were eating well, exercising, and being healthy, we wouldn't have to be so dependent on a lot of the medications that we're given, you know, and the doctors are prescribing, because they always have some side effect. Most of them have some side effect.
And to add to what you're saying in terms of the health, also the fact that if we could produce more food, especially fruits, they're going to become more affordable. So now, economically, you see, because that's why we're paying such a high cost of food, because we cannot, you know, we can't balance it out with local production. Local production go a longer way. They have more shelf life. It's fresh.
Yes.
And they are mature. And that's where you get the health. They have benefit from locally grown food. But it's the cost. We produce those foods, we could lower the prices. I don't know, I know I shared with you, I have this is a proposal that's over 10 years now. A 200-acre fruit orchard for Estate Bordeaux. A tropical fruit orchard for Estate Bordeaux, where I lay out the 200 acres and just pack it with fruits, man. All the basic that we love, and it's not like we don't like these fruits. Most of the fruits that are imported here, they're hard like rock. Because they're hard like rock. You don't enjoy them because they're not mature. So they're hard because they're looking at the time from the field to the supermarket, and then they have to travel and all of that.
And the affordable. Affordable. Let me interject this piece. The affordable fruits and vegetables are used. You use a lot of pesticide and stuff, and the ones that are very organic again are more expensive. They're better for you and better for your health. So I know the Border farmers, they usually have their farmers market every twice a month.
Twice a month, second and last Sunday of the month.
Second and last Sunday. So this is not the only time we should have residents coming down to Bordeaux, but they can also come down on the second and last Sunday of the month.
And our objective is to make it a Sunday market. So when we get big enough and strong enough and could produce enough with that excellent water system we're going to put in place, we'll be able to open our market every Sunday. Okay. That's the goal.
And so people
Market Square is every Saturday. We want to be every Sunday.
And so people can come after church, or if they just going to the beach or what have you, and pick up things and go grocery shopping there. Now, I want to ask you another question. Do you supply any of your produce to restaurants or any of the supermarkets here, or maybe
some farmers some farmers deal with various restaurants, yes, and businesses, yes.
Okay, I understood that from the Department of Agriculture here, that they had a program where they actually purchase the produce from the farmers, and then they they sell it to the like football and some of the other supermarkets.
That's another option, yes, that they are putting in place. So again, but we just need to increase the productivity.
Again, just for our listening audience, this is On Point with your servant and Senator Carla Joseph. And in the studio with me this evening is Mr. Elridge Thomas from We Grow Food, Inc. And we are promoting this evening the 24th annual Border Farmers Rastafari Agriculture and Culture Vegan Food Fair, and it is happening this weekend. Make a point to go down there, get some really fresh organic produce. The theme of this year agriculture Border Farmers Rastafari Agriculture Food Fair is
food. Agriculture is food security.
Yes, it is food security.
You know, our name is quite long because we had want to put in everything in it, but I go the Rasta Fair for sure.
That's what you call it.
Rasta Fair, yes.
Well, not listen.
The 24th annual Rasta Fair. This is for official business. We gave you the entire name,
okay.
But in little conversation, the Rasta Fair.
The Rasta Fair. But I don't wear no locks.
That's no problem.
Where you carry yours? I carry mine in my hat.
Well, I do the same.
I carry mine in my hat.
It's in there. It's on there.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Along with our Farm of the Year, we are honoring 3 other individuals.
Okay, who are they?
Okay. We honoring Justin and Anna Francis.
Oh, those are great people.
For all of their outstanding work over the years.
The environmental rangers?
Especially for protecting our environment. Especially for that.
I remember working with Miss Francis when she was a science teacher at Adelita Cancrine Junior High School. I was the president of the Environmental Association of St. Thomas and St. John. We would do some collaborations with cleanups and the like. And also, I remember advocating along with her and the environmental rangers for the preservation of Mandel Bay. Yes. Oh, she is wonderful. She was such a great teacher. So they're really,
and they're still at it.
Really.
It's not like they're finished or they retired. They're still doing that. So we're giving them their flowers now.
They are really deserving.
And their award gonna be joint.
Woo!
It's a joint
but they're
award.
married. That's the best kind of award. A married couple.
Well, that's how we did it. We know that, and that's how we did it. You see. And the next honoree, another honoree is Rash Reds.
Ooh.
Rash Reds for over the years and just promoting culture and pushing us and encouraging, giving us airtime on his program.
Yes.
So we talk and discuss agriculture in a uplifting way, in a joyful way.
Well, I hope he is going to be able to sing. He has a very melodious voice too.
Okay,
not only is he a good DJ and everything, he's a vocalist as well, and he's a songwriter too.
So we're giving him his due. And then the third award going to Miss Michelle Martinez.
Ooh.
She's out of St. Croix. So we bring her all the way from St. Croix to show our appreciation to her. She have worked with farmers over the years. She did start off as an employee of the Department of Agriculture. She do have an agriculture background. She have an agriculture background. But she moved over to the federal government and do the various programs assisting farmers get, with technical advice and to receive funding.
Right.
To receive funding. So she was a big help to the farm. So this award, even though we're giving it on behalf of all the farmers, not just St. Thomas, but St. Croix farmers.
I love that unity. That's unity.
Because that's what she does, and she aggressive about it. She's the type who gonna call you. You didn't do this. You didn't do that, and fix you up and
get
your paperwork in to receive some funding.
That's the
she goes out of her way. So
Above
her award is a special award, but I'm not going to mention it here tonight. You have to come to the fair during the ceremony.
So
the award ceremony is 2 o'clock-ish. on Saturday.
Saturday at 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock-ish, yes, on Saturday, we're going to do all the award presentations.
Okay.
And then, of course, the big one is the Farmer of the Year, Llewellyn Brother Charles.
Now, let me ask you, is there a fee to
Yes,
enter?
yes.
What is there a fee and a cost for people?
It's a simple $5 fee to help us with all the expense of putting on this fair. It's very expensive. Now, you might see a poster or mark.
The fee isn't expensive. The fee isn't expensive. $5 is not expensive, but you have expenses to cover to put on
the fair, yes.
The Rastafari.
We have quite a bit of expensive. Now, on the poster, you might see $4 admission. That was a mistake. It's really $5 admission and $2 for children fee, just to get in. Because, you know, we gave our Farmer of the Year gift, a nice little gift. And, you know, we have to pay for security. We pay for clean up. In producing something, we pay our entertainers and all of that. We pay. So, you know, it's quite expensive.
It costs.
And yes, and things are going up because of a lot of the expense raised from the last fair to this fair, because of course everything is going up.
Of course.
You know, the last fair was 2-3 years ago.
Okay.
You know, so yes, we just need that donation just to help keep things going.
Okay, that's understood. Is there a number that persons who are interested in attending or may have other questions can give you a call at?
Yes, we go food number is 340-727-6684.
Again, tell us that number.
340-727-6684.
And I see on this flyer here you have a Facebook page also.
Yes.
What's your Facebook page?
It's a Facebook / We Grow Food Inc.
Oh, very simple.
Okay.
So
another feature I must slip in before we go. We are providing a free shuttle to the fair Saturday and Sunday.
So where the shuttle leads from?
The shuttle lead from Pueblo Long Bay, 10 o'clock. The first trip going down 10 o'clock. They're gonna stop at the bus stop on the waterfront across from First Bank.
Okay.
We're gonna go a little further down. We're gonna stop by Niski bus stop. Then we're gonna go further down by UVI, and then Brewers. If anybody's stranded along the way, I'm taking you to Bordeaux.
So it starts at Pueblo Long Bay.
Yes.
And that would be the Pueblo that's located close to Oswald Harris Court Housing Community.
Mandela Circle.
Mandela Circle.
Yes.
And it makes stops along the way.
Yes.
But this is a free
free to bring
shuttle.
people out. Yes, to bring people out.
And it starts at what time? 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock is the first trip. We're making 4 trips to Bordeaux.
Okay.
It'll be 10. The next trip will be 12.
I think that's ingenious because you know Vitron doesn't run
on Saturday
on the weekends and a holiday.
A few years back, when Vitron had just stopped the Saturday run, we did communicate with them, and they did have pick up the Saturday run just for us with the fair. But then they discontinued that as well.
This number again is very important because we have elders who will be listening in.
Yes.
Okay. And some of them like to get provisions and stuff, you know, because they like to eat really healthy. So give them this number so they can call if they need to make contact with somebody from We Grow Food Inc. regarding transportation, because they always talking about there's no transportation for them on the weekend. But to go to this boater farmer, you have eliminated a major barrier, which is transportation
and
to get
it'll be
people
Saturday
down.
and Sunday. Our driver name is Ringo. We're going to advise him to put something on his windshield or whatever to let you know the Bodo Farmer Fair shuttle coming out.
Okay, great. And the pickup starts at
10 o'clock. The first pickup is 10 o'clock at Pueblo Long Bay.
Sure.
Pueblo Long Bay. And we heading west. We coming down. Okay, the big surprise now, the biggie for this fair is, you know, about 2 months ago, we received an award from Rotary. We have to thank Rotary big time.
Which Rotary?
Rotary St. Thomas. in the East End Rotary.
Oh, East End Rotary.
And we working on to finance a solar system for the Border Farmers Market for the last 2 years.
Ooh.
So we finally got it together. Rotary was a big help. It actually solicited Rotary in the States, and we pooled the funding together, and we received a $55,000 award.
Wow!
To put in a solar system. We had to gather other funds other than that as well. But the Border Farmers Market is now solarized.
What?
Completely solarized. We're going to be off the
You
grid.
are
In
energy efficient.
In the last 3 weeks, them young brothers was out there working, putting it in place.
What?
And
That is big news. You're right.
We're going to have enough power even for our expansion in the future.
That's what you're really talking about.
So,
food security there and self-sufficiency. So you're not dependent on
solarized. But
WAPA.
Later on this year, maybe early spring, we will be doing a special thank you for that help, for the Rotary and all the folks that was involved, the Rotary, the solar company, everybody who was involved in pulling this together.
That is excellent work. That's great collaboration. That's what I'm talking about, this unity.
Yes.
You know, we can do it if we really, like you say, when we talk, we put it in action.
That's right.
That's how it happens.
It's all about action.
I'm telling you.
You know, we can't talk about it to death.
No.
We talk in agriculture for years.
It's coming. It's coming.
And I'm waiting. I'm waiting, but every so often I still have to let them know.
You have to let. It's a squeaky.
We waiting.
The squeaky wheel. You know.
Get the oil.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
And we squeaking a long time.
Just keep squeaking. You're here on my talk show. This is On Point. We are here talking with Mr. Eldridge Thomas. And again, we want to urge people to definitely check out their Facebook page, which is Facebook /We Grow Food Inc. The Rastafari Food Fair is happening this coming weekend, January 14th and January 15th from 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. And we're closing out because we're already over our time. WSTA has been really generous with us this evening because of you.
All the health protocol will be in place. We'll be having sanitizing station. We have a bathroom. We have a bathroom with a flush. You understand? With running water. You know.
Okay.
That We Grow Food built. You know. I mean, I love the market square and so forth, but we have to put a little blows on the government for not putting the bathroom in place. But we put Food Inc. saw it fit. I didn't like the idea that our ladies was going in the bushes.
Right.
We put a bathroom
and
in
that's
place.
great.
So when we are decent.
So when people come down, now we are at the end of our show. I would like to thank you, and Mr. Thomas Spark, for being here this evening and joining me for another segment of On Point. Our next radio broadcast on the People Station WSTA Radio 1340 AM on your dial will be on January 24th. I'd like to wish everyone a happy Martin Luther King Jr. Birthday celebration coming on January 16th. 15th. And also, I want to mention that you can view On Point and review On Point on my Facebook page, Senator Carla Joseph, on Facebook. And also you could always shoot me an email on senatorcarlajoseph.com. And please feel free to give me a call in my office at 340-693-3515. Stay on point, Virgin Islands. God bless you and have a great evening.
And thank you for having me.
You're most welcome. It's my pleasure. All right.
Because what the bathroom does is enable individuals to eat up and drink up as they like.
And stay there.
And stay because